Welcome back to Motivational Wealth. You know, it's amazing how often the stories we explore here, stories of people building wealth and achieving incredible things, they sort of echo a much bigger idea, don't they?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's like, take the idea of salvation. Jesus offers this incredible gift, and it's about transformation, right?
Right.
It's about taking something small, like our faith, and seeing it grow into something huge, something with eternal value. That same kind of potential, that drive to grow and build, that's what really fascinates me in these stories. It's what we're all about here on Motivational Wealth.
I totally agree. And speaking of inspiring stories, for this deep dive, you sent over some really interesting stuff about a young entrepreneur named Kelly.
Oh, yeah, Kelly's journey is quite something.
What really jumped out at me right off the bat was how she first got started in business. It was pretty unconventional, you could say.
Oh, yeah, those Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
Exactly. I mean, talk about seizing an opportunity.
Yeah.
She saw that demand, that crazy craze for those sandwiches, and she figured out a way to tap into it.
It's funny looking back, but it's also pretty brilliant.
It really is. And it highlights something important. You don't always need some elaborate master plan to get started.
Mm.
Sometimes it's about recognizing a simple need and finding a creative way to meet it. Even on a small scale, those early wins can be huge.
And that wasn't even her first try, was it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Your notes mentioned she had tried a few other things before that. Side hustles, the kind of stuff a lot of us experiment with. She even dipped into the negative at one point with her bank balance. I think that's something a lot of people can relate to, that feeling of trying things out. Not everything working, but learning from those early stumbles.
That resilience is so key, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's that willingness to experiment, to try different things, and just as importantly, to be okay with things not working out perfectly at first. Kelly's story shows that setbacks aren't failures. They're just information. They're part of the process.
And then there's the stock trading, right?
Oh yeah, that's where things get really interesting. You flag that story about how she turned 26 bucks into $400 practically overnight.
It's the kind of thing that makes you go, wait, what?
Right. I mean, it's definitely an attention-grabbing story, but, and this is important, as one of the articles you sent pointed out, those kinds of rapid gains, they're not the norm.
Definitely not something to bank on, so to speak.
Exactly. And Kelly herself was very upfront about that. She acknowledged that her first big win was an exception, not the rule. What's more important, and what I think we can all learn from, is what she did next. She didn't just chase those quick wins. She really dug in and committed to understanding how the market worked, the strategies involved, and crucially, she focused on the psychology behind trading.
You highlighted that part about her reading books like Gary Vee's Crushing It. That seemed like a real turning point for her.
Yeah, that focus on providing value, on helping people, that's a powerful mindset shift. She believed that if she focused on genuinely helping others, financial success would follow. And you know what? It did.
That's amazing.
It really is. And think about her decision to build that trading group, Cash Capital. She started helping others learn, sharing her knowledge, even before she started charging for it. That speaks volumes about her commitment to building a community, to giving back. And, the kind of generosity often has a way of coming back around.
It's like that saying, what goes around comes around.
Exactly. And in Kelly's case, it came back around in the form of incredible financial success.
I remember you pointed out that TikTok video that went viral. That seemed to be a huge catalyst for Cash Capital's growth.
Oh yeah, that video exploded.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how powerful these online platforms can be. She identified a clear need, people wanting to learn about trading, and she created a way to address it. The internet allows you to connect with people and share information so quickly. That's how she was able to scale her impact so rapidly.
And her personal trading success just kept growing too, right?
It did. That initial $26 turned into $26,000 and then, get this, $100,000, all in a pretty short amount of time. Those numbers are hard to ignore.
Wow.
But here's the thing, and this is really important. You also highlighted how Kelly was very transparent about the ups and downs of her journey. She admitted to making mistakes along the way, even losing a big chunk of her gains early on.
That honesty is so refreshing.
It's crucial because it reminds us that trading involves risk, inherent risk, and managing that risk effectively is absolutely essential. It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme.
No way.
Yeah.
You flagged that part of the interview where they talked about the potential downsides of day trading. It's a really important cautionary note, especially for anyone who might be thinking, oh, I can just jump in and make a ton of money. It's just not that simple.
It's like anything else. You got to know what you're doing.
Exactly. And there's a big difference between using discretionary income for higher risk activities like day trading and focusing on building a solid financial foundation through things like 401ks, diversified investments. Those are the fundamentals. And it was great to see that Kelly herself emphasized that. She even advised someone with limited funds to prioritize education and understand the risks before even thinking about trading.
Right. You mentioned that conversation she had with her younger brother about the 401k match. That really stood out to me.
Me too. Even with all her success in trading, she still recognized the value of that guaranteed return from an employer match. It shows a really balanced perspective. She wasn't blinded by the allure of quick gains. She understood that different financial strategies work for different people and different situations.
It's all about knowing your own risk tolerance and what makes sense for your long-term goals.
Exactly. And then there's that major decision she made to leave college. That was a pretty bold move.
Definitely not the traditional path.
Not at all. But for her, it was about following her own sense of purpose. You highlighted how she felt a strong sense of divine guidance, and the demands of her business were just becoming too much to juggle with school. She felt this incredible responsibility to what she was building.
And she referenced scripture as a guiding force in that decision too, right?
Yes, that idea of not letting her age hold her back, of stepping into her calling, really powerful stuff.
I can only imagine what her parents must have thought.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned their initial reaction. It's understandable. They came from a different background with different expectations. But ultimately, they came around. They saw how dedicated she was, how hard she was working, and the tangible results she was achieving.
It's a great reminder that sometimes the path that feels right for you might not be the conventional one. But if you're truly following your passion and putting in the work, amazing things can happen.
And let's not forget the generosity she showed towards her family,
Mhm.
buying her parents a house, her father a car. That's huge.
It really shows where her heart is.
It does. She wasn't just focused on accumulating wealth for herself. She wanted to share her success with her family, to create a better life for them. That's a beautiful thing.
And despite her financial success, she remained grounded, right?
Oh, yeah, you pointed out how she still emphasized frugality and long-term security. She understood the importance of saving, investing wisely, making her money work for her.
Compound interest, baby.
She gets it. That long-term vision, that's where real wealth is built.
And she talked about that bigger idea too, right? About shifting from trading time for money to leveraging money to buy back time and create more opportunities.
Yes, that's a game changer. It's about using your resources to free up time for the things that really matter, to pursue your passions, to make a bigger impact.
Kelly's story is truly inspiring. She faced challenges head on, learned from her experiences, carved her own path, and achieved incredible success, all while staying true to her values.
It's that combination of ambition, a thirst for knowledge, and that deep sense of purpose that you highlighted. That's what makes her story so compelling. It's a reminder that we all have the potential to achieve great things if we're willing to put in the work and stay focused on what truly matters.
Well said. And hey, before we wrap up, I want to thank you, our listeners, for being part of the Motivational Wealth community. It's your support that allows us to keep sharing these inspiring stories and these powerful principles for building wealth and creating a life you love. Just like Kelly started with something small and saw it grow into something extraordinary, remember that the gift of salvation offers an even greater path, a path to lasting fulfillment and joy. So as you think about Kelly's journey, consider this. What small step can you take today, right now, that will move you closer to your own big dreams? What can you do to tap into that transformative power, that potential for growth that's within each of us? Keep that question in mind and keep striving for those big goals. And until next time, keep building that motivational wealth.
See you next time.